CTM Sports in the house. 3 topics today. The Knicks blew game 1. They should have won that game. Second topic. Timberwolves getting tossed up by the Thunder. And the last one is the mid-range game that the Thunder is using is lethal. It's killing people out there. They tossing up the Timberwolves. So, if we get right into it, the Knicks blew game 1. They were up a couple times by, I think as much as 15. I think another by 12. They had some 3 or 4 different double-digit leads, and they gave them up to go to overtime and eventually lose to the Pacers. The thing I want to ask is, what do you think, in the comments, let me know, the Knicks could have done better, or is the Pacers doing something that's exposing the Knicks? Because when you get in the finals, conference finals, only 4 teams left, everybody got game film on you, and it's all about who can will their way to wins. Like who can impose their will on the other team. And I keep saying this, and I'll say it again. If Cat does not dominate in the paint, the Knicks will lose this series.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
He has to stop trying to shoot threes all the time. He got to balance it out. He's pretty much the biggest guy on the court. I mean, Miles Turner, they same size, but I think he may be a little bit bigger than Miles Turner. He should be bullying Miles Turner down in the paint. It should be nobody on the Pacers team that could hold Cat in the paint. And like I said, if we don't get him 15, 20 points in the paint, and I'm being generous, he should be doing about 30 in the paint. Like if Brunson had 43, why he didn't have 30 or something like that, 25 at least. But I digress. I think the Knicks got caught slipping. Got caught up in the excitement of having the Eastern Conference Final games and the East superstars, the crowd, the lights. It will get you. The rhythm will get you. But shout out to the Pacers for winning that game, man. Shout out to Halliburton, man. Same OG, man. He out there like Genuine, man, out there dancing on him. The Knicks, in my opinion, are going to have to hire another coach. I don't know if Thibodeau really has what it takes. The talent might get him there, but his coaching style, man, is something about his coaching style and the players that he have. That's a really good team, but I seem like the coaching philosophy is kind of different. I don't know. And if I was the Knicks,
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
If I'm the Knicks, I'm going to hire Mark Jackson. I think Mark Jackson will be the best coaching option for the Knicks. And I think he could take that team to a whole other level, kind of like he did with the Warriors, but they let him go for some behind-the-scenes political stuff. We ain't even going there. But I think the Knicks don't have enough depth. They only play like 6 or 7 deep. And when somebody gets into foul trouble, it throws off the offense. And they don't have an offense that's efficient. It's kind of like bully ball with Brunson and whoever's holding him, and maybe the threes are falling. But they don't have that consistent three-point shooter. They got players that are streaky, but not consistent. And I'm noticing that they weren't taking a lot of mid-range shots, and I get it because the Pacers are long too. As far as defensive-wise, they got some long range of, guys put their hands up. But ISO ball is really hard to do in the playoffs, especially now because energy levels is important, conditioning is important, and especially in the fourth quarter when everybody's tired, you got to rise up to that next level, get that second win. And I think Brunson kind of got in foul trouble too, so that didn't help. But the Knicks, I think they're in trouble. They should have won game one. There's no reason why they shouldn't have won that game. They may win the next game, but the momentum right now is with the Pacers. And be on the lookout for how the Knicks conditioning, man. It's like they kind of gassed. They get gassed by the fourth quarter. I don't know what it is. I don't know if that's like they don't have enough depth. And OG Anobi, right? OG Anobi.
You want
I'm gonna say this.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
OG Anobi is not a bona fide second option yet. I think he's getting there. He's getting the experience right now. He's so young, but I think he's still learning how to be efficient with this game. But I think because they won so many games, they had Cat, kind of had a lot of momentum in the regular season. Now you're starting to see people get exposed. The good from the great, the real from the fake. Right now, he's not as real as people thought he was. And I think that he just got some growing to do because when somebody's on him that's longer than him, but the good defender, you see him kind of get passive. He has to be more aggressive. He has to open the floor up for Brunson because Cat, for some reason, is camping out on the three-point line instead of being down in the paint on the block. Why? I don't know. Maybe that's their offense, but somebody needs to tell Cat, listen, man, get down on the block, get your hand up, you 6'11", get that ball, put that shoulder in there, boom. You 6'11", dog. Not saying you can't shoot threes, but you got to have balance. Because when it's not falling, they're just going to give you space. I ain't got to guard him. He don't got to go down the paint. We're just going to double Brunson. Brunson can't do it all by himself. Other people going to have to step up, or they're not going to win this series. Next topic, Timberwolves is getting tossed up by the Thunder, man. Let's talk about the Thunder, man. The Thunder has a great team all the way around the board. They have a great team. They have length. They have youth. Man, they got every position can play defense. Every position can score. And the Timberwolves right now, in my opinion, I think the Timberwolves are bewildered by how good the Thunder is and the length that they have to go up against. You got Holmgren. What's the other guy named? The center. You got Chet Holmgren. You got Hartenstein. Those guys are long, 7 feet, 6'11", 7 feet. And they're not the best defenders, but they're so long they make you hesitate to shoot because you have to shoot over a wingspan that's pretty high. So you think about, was it Jalen Williams? Yeah, Jalen Williams' defense on Ant-Man has been great. Ant-Man is going to have to think about it in the future because, like I say, when you look at ISO Joe, you look at some of these players, ISO Joe, T-Mac, they were 6'8". When you 6'8", it's a difference between 6'8" and how tall is Anthony Edwards? I think he's 6'4". If I'm not mistaken, yeah, 6'4". 6'4" and 6'8" is two totally different heights, I'm telling you. I'm 6'5". That's tall, but 6'8" is even taller. ISO ball only works if everybody's respected on your team and they can't double you. They're running a zone catered to Anthony Edwards. They daring everybody else to get off. Julius Randle, in my opinion, is stifled by the long height of Hartenstein and Holmgren. 6'11", bodies coming at him, 7 feet bodies coming at him. and it's throwing them out. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Julius Randle is 6'8". If I'm not mistaken, yeah, 6'8", 6'9". And he's going to have to step up and be that bona fide number 2 option. He has to. He has to really work on that mid-range game, because Ant-Man can't do it by himself. They doubling Ant-Man. They daring him to he's got to really work for the shots. He's going to have to find a way to make it easy. What I would say to Ant-Man, this is just my opinion, I think he needs to really think about the Reggie Miller kind of game where you running off screens and getting the ball, catch and shoot, because he can do that well too. I don't know if his conditioning high enough for that, but I would definitely, ISO ball in the playoffs is very difficult to do because they know you're going to do it and they're going to plan for it. And the Thunder got the personnel to defend it. That's the difference. The Warriors, older team, they're one day young. The Thunder, like I say, other than the Celtics, but other than the injury, but the Thunder has the best assembled team right now in the playoffs. They probably gonna win the championship this year. Jay Gilchrist had 38 points. Jalen Williams had 26, and Holmgren had 22. And Holmgren is not even having to be aggressive. He getting like dimes, quick shots, floaters. Jalen Williams and SGA doing all the hard work. Now, when you go look at the Timberwolves, Julius Randle only had 6 points. That cannot be. He has to be better than that. Just look at the team stats. They were kind of close, but you cannot let a team shoot 50% from the field. Overall, shooting 50%, you're going to lose. And they missed some free throws. They had 26 free throws, only hit 20. Wasn't too far off from free throw percentage. They had more offensive rebounds, but when you're shooting 50%, you're not going to get a lot of offensive rebounds. You don't even got to worry about that. So what I'm seeing is they're trying to shoot too many threes. They shot 39 threes, only hit 11, which is very low, even though the Thunder shot 33 threes and hit 9. But the difference was, and we finna get into that too, is the mid-range game is lethal. The teams that you see trying to shoot threes and layups, you see them getting exposed right now in the playoffs. You see that. You have to find a way to get those mid-range. That's where a lot of teams kind of soft at in the mid-range, between the elbow and block in that zone between it, right when you get over the three-point line. A lot of teams kind of fall off. And the Thunder are very good at shooting elbow shots and their mid-range right outside in between the three and the elbow. It's like they can do those fall-away mid-range shots, and they ain't even hitting the rim. It's like hitting all nets. So the mid-range, pretty much, when I was watching it, a little bit I watched it, was killing the Timberwolves. Trying to run zone defense, they find a soft spot in that 2-3, and they bang you up on the elbow and shoot them mid-range. If New York did more mid-range game, they will probably really get the Pacers fits, especially if they run the half-court game. Cat should be more in the mid-range doing his work. That's just my opinion. You would probably see a totally different team, but for some reason he want to camp out at three-point line, and that's going to hurt the Knicks. And like I say, the Knicks should really thinking about having Mark Jackson as their coach. And I'm saying that Mark Jackson for the coach of the Knicks, man. Go ahead, bring him in. Go ahead, make him the head coach. You'll probably see a whole different team that can perform at a different rate, just like how he did the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, the Pacers told the Knicks, no, you're not winning. We're going to take this game. And The Pacers' mid-range game is lethal as well with Siakam, and he plays down on the post. He does it with great ease. Miles, he kind of balances. Miles, he's kind of playing a balanced game. You know, Miles Turner, pretty good. And I say Halliburton, man, he down there like Genuine, same OG. I need to get that sound effect. Same OG, killing them. So with that being said, last thing, and I'm out of here. Pick one. John Starks or Isaiah Ryder. If we had to pick one, who would you pick? John Starks or Isaiah Ryder? The Knicks could really use John Starks, and the Timberwolves could definitely use Isaiah Ryder right now. I'm gonna go with Isaiah Ryder, man. It's just I like Isaiah Ryder. John Starks was good too, but Isaiah Ryder, man, he was cold, man. I love Isaiah Ryder, man. I think he was kind of before his time, and I think just a lot of other stuff kind of affected him. But man, when he played on the court, though, dude was a monster, man. John Starks was good, especially in moments. He was one of them moment kind of players. But if I had to pick one over, I'm going to pick Isaiah Ryder. But let me know in the comments who you pick. Wife said John Starks. Isaiah Ryder. But I understand you go John Starks, but I'm going Isaiah Ryder. Isaiah Ryder was that dude. He used to kind of go at Jordan a little bit. But with that being said, I'm going to get ready and sign out of this thing. And I just want to say thanks for watching. Hello. Thanks for people who've been watching, supporting the channel, supporting CTM TV. Like, share, subscribe. Help us reach 1K as we make this sports podcast, the Thinking Game podcast. We're on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at CTM TV. And we're just going to keep making it. Keep supporting, hit that like button. And we are signing out.